Okay, now we are going to do the simple Tunisian crochet stitch all the way across. So put my needle in with the little hook part here, pull the yarn through and then pull it back through. So in, pull through, out. So you've created a new stitch from the little, almost like a ladder. So you're gonna do that all the way across. And I'm hoping to get much quicker at this as my experience goes along. But again, I'm completely new here, but I'm hoping that some of the new skills that I'm learning here will help others so that they can continue on with this craft, because look at how nicely and uniform it all crochets up, because I guess it is crochet. So oops, put it through two. Okay, back through the one, pull it back through, and again just continue all the way across. I am almost finished with the first ball of yarn. I am so excited. It should take about 2.5. The thing that I've noticed with the Tunisian crochet, and I saw some people put different ways this doesn't happen, but I didn't do that and I should have. It rolls up a lot at the ends, so I'm wondering about crocheting or knitting a border onto it so it'll lay flatter. I think in my next project I'm going to try one of the ways that it doesn't roll up, just to see how that ends up going for me. But again, all the way across. And since this is multicolored, one of the things that makes me so happy is when you finish a color, I feel like that I have definitely done something when I get to finish. Ooh, there is a cat chasing my knitting needles. Okay, so once I get to finish something, I definitely feel like I have accomplished something. Because sometimes these projects can feel endless and they feel like you're never going to finish it. But I feel like if I have like a goal to finish a color, then I feel like, okay, I'm moving along. Sometimes I'm in the just need to get it done, so I'm actually end up counting stitches, which probably not such a great idea, just because I honestly don't know how many I cast on to make it this big. So as you can see, we have a long way to go until the end. We will just continue. And I'm doing this at my dining room table. Normally I'd be working on something like this in a chair, but I figure my dining room table will give you the best view of exactly what I'm working on and what I'm doing. I have to do some more research on this method and see exactly where it came from. It's interesting because in all of my years, I hadn't heard of it until my mom had bought me the kit. And the funniest part is the reason that she bought me the kit was because she loves an interchangeable needle. And we have so many interchangeable knitting needles and crochet hooks between the two of us. And this was a new interchangeable needle. So she thought, why not? And I'm happy she thought that, because I love learning something new. And it ends up being so pretty. Just keep chugging along. So through, pull up, through, pull up, through, pull up, through, pull up, through, pull up. And I don't think this is the exact way you're supposed to wrap your yarn around, but it's the way that's most comfortable. I know a lot of also my knitting techniques and different things, because they were learned from my grandma, aren't the exact way that a lot of people say that you should, but it works for me. Sometimes my tension isn't great when I'm knitting, and that would probably be helped if I was a little more exact on the way I hold everything. I think I do the throw the yarn. So, you know, not everything's perfect. But I feel like handmade doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to come from the heart, and that's what we're all working toward, right? And I kind of use this, what I found works for me is to use this thumb finger to feel where the next stitch is and kind of help to separate the front from the back, because you're only going through the front, not through the back part, because there is actually two parts to these stitches. There's a front and a back, so you're going through the middle. And I have this thing where I like to check to see how, oh, my cats are having a race, zoomies. I like to see how much longer. So we have about this much longer. And my phone decided to tell me that it's running low on battery, so I'm hoping that didn't mess up the video. You know, I'm new to YouTube, so I don't have a lot of experience editing videos or posting videos. This is also going to be something new. I'm just hoping that, you know, some of these will help people. And I am surprised that with the amount of zoomies we have in this house, that no one is up here with me right now trying to help. Big helpers in this house. And I also, because this curls too, I like to also use my thumb not only to separate, but also to kind of hold it up straight when I'm working with the stitch. I just saw a cat on the floor who was going to be chasing the needle, so I had to bring it back up on the table with me so that it does not turn into a cat toy, as most things in this house do. We are so close to finishing this row. So close. And at the same time, it's dinner time here, so I'm trying to think of what I could make for dinner. I try to use my crafting time to de-stress and just, you know, sit here. Sometimes I'll listen to an audiobook. Sometimes I'll just sit in my house in silence and contemplate. It's almost meditative for me when I'm working on something, unless, of course, I am stressed about the project and nothing is going right, and I want to just rip it all out and perhaps not even start all over, just to rip it all out and be done. That's happened. I think I have quite a few work in progresses that I never just picked up again. I could probably bring those out to show. Sometimes I have to be in the mood to work on certain projects. And if I'm not, there's no way that project is going to be done. when you can see the end in sight. And I'm pretty sure if you messed up on the casting off, I'm going to call it, the line after this, you'd be able to tell, but I still think you'd be able to pick up something, and then you wouldn't even really, nobody but yourself would probably even know that there was a mistake, which are the best kind of mistakes, honestly. If nobody but the person who created the projects knows that there was a mistake, that is the best. I might have to get my mom to show me more crochet stitches so that I can pick one for the border. She has one she likes to do on blankets a lot. I think it turns out really nice. I'm just not sure if it's suitable. And then the question is, do I do a full color row, or do I use more of this variegated stripe around the outside? I'm not really sure because I can see the advantages of either. I just don't know which one is best. I had my eye on this stripe yarn, and I think that's why I picked such a big project, is because I wanted that. You should see the balls of yarn for this. They are huge. Okay, so now as you can see, we picked up all the way across, and then we are going to go back across to cast it off, so you end up with only one more stitch on your needle. Oh my goodness, lots of cat zoomies. So thank you for watching this, and we will be right back.